Cats everywhere. That's in the Isle of Cats. Coming up.
Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University. Today we are going to talk about the Isle of Cats. The game has been out for
About a year now, I think.
yeah. So we are going to talk about the overview of it and what we think of it. Before we get there though, look at this. Underneath, I'll show you here, it says cat setup. If you have a pet cat, you should place it here while playing the Isle of Cats. Will the cat stay? We don't know.
I think cats are prone to liking boxes, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what we don't own a cat.
Yeah,
So.
and this is actually a really strong, nice box. Anyways, that's about the box. So, what the game's about? So the game is basically it's a polyomino games where you essentially you will take this, pay the cost of fish, and put it on your board to complete objectives, and to cover rats, which is negative points, and to try to group the cats with the same colors together. How you do it is by drafting. There are 5 rounds in the game here. And you start with drafting with 7 cards in hand, and you pick 2 of the cards. And oh, there's no green card. I just want to show there are green cards. Let's just grab this one, for example. All right. So you take 2. Let's say I will take this one. And I'll take that one. And then obviously as with drafting, I'll pass it on to the next player.
Yes.
And so on until you end up with 7 cards. And you decide whether you want to use the cards or not, like terraforming Mars style. But rather than just once, of course, you pay whatever it is in the top left. If you decide to pay with fish, you pay it and you keep it. You don't have to play it in this round. You can keep it from round to round when it's appropriate. So, and then we resolve the phase. You essentially want to get the cat, which is this green card, what it does. So you want to get this basket. So there's this basket, which is, you also start with 1 here.
Start with 1 permanent basket.
Correct.
And then you can get temporary baskets. And each basket lets you
Get 1 cat.
collect 1 cat.
Yes. So there are 2 piles of cats. This worth 5, this worth 3. So you
Fish.
pay fish, correct? You pay 1. So you get 1, for example, and you will put it somewhere in the board. You can start anywhere first. And the subsequent one, let's say is this one, you must put next to it, adjacent, like orthogonally adjacent, like this one okay, this one's okay, this is not okay, for example, and so on.
That is.
Oh, that's okay, sorry, this is not okay.
Yeah.
And of course there are cats that will break the rules. Anyways, so that's essentially it. You get bonus when you cover these treasures, and which is these ones, which you will then put it immediately and help you cover more things.
Yep. In addition to cats, there are also treasures that will come out of the bag. So there's a big bag of cat pieces through
Full
here.
of cats.
There's also some little common treasures here. These smaller pieces that will fill up holes, which are very nice.
So that's essentially is, and with these cards, there are different type of cards. So the green one I've explained, where you take the cards, the meat of the game, and then there's the yellow one, which gives you the treasure, and there's also the end of the objective, blue one. So this is actually lessons. You can, put it secretly, or there are some public lessons which everyone shares the same goals, and everyone scores at the end of the game. So all the blue ones scores at the end of the game. And there's also a purple one which play anytime. And this one, for example, when you next rescue 1 cat, you may rescue 2 cats instead. And there's also this one. So this is the wild cat, sorry, which is the Oshax that does on the last part. Same with this one. The last step of the round, and you get to choose one of these. Let's say I want to get this one cat. Look at that, how perfect is that?
Yep. These ones are all a little bit bigger.
Yep. And I will then decide what color you want it to be immediately. So in this case, I want it to be green because, well, it's next to green. I think I might have used the wrong token. I just like giving an example of that. So that's it. At the end of the game, you get -1 points for if you -1 point per rat still uncovered, and room. So there are sections in this board, and that has got room. So there's one room here. There's like a little symbol here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 is the rest of the board. So you get -5 if you don't completely cover that room. There's cat families, which last game that gives me 40 points for having 10 purple cats adjacent to each other. And there's rare treasures, which is this one, so worth 3. And there's endgame objective, which is show lessons. And there's public lessons, which is the public objectives. So basically it. What do you think, Tarrant, of the game? You play this?
I played this once.
Yeah.
It's neat. It's got the drafting is nice, and the way you're searching for your own end game objectives is nice in that same way. So it's got, in that respect, a Seven Wonders, It's a Wonderful World sort of feel. But then it also has the polyomino game going on. So yeah, it works together pretty neatly.
Yep. It's not of a heavy game. It's lighter than I thought. I thought it would have been a heavier game because there's a lot of cards here and a lot of polyomino pieces.
It is a lot of cards. It's a very big deck of cards.
I know, and we've got the extras one as well. Like this is the Kickstarter special with the fish, the tokens. So I'm surprised when I played this. You played it first, and I played later. I wasn't at the start. I wasn't too interested in playing it because it's very polyomino-ish. Okay, and Tara knows that I'm not really good at spatial rotation, but I surprised myself after I played this. For some reason, the rotation is not that hard. I can always grab it and then put it somewhere. You know, like I can't believe I matched it like perfectly straight away. I guess I might probably be getting better at polyomino. Who knows? But the draft is really nice. You get to, just choose your head draft as well. I've done it before when I play. The draft is really nice and quick.
Yeah, certainly there's an important element of that, keeping high-scoring lessons away from people who are clearly going to score them very well.
There is a lesson, a private lesson that gives you, I think, fish for each lesson you have. My friend has got like 7 or 8. I'm like, I'm not giving it. And then I only have 3. I'm like, I'm just not buying it. I'm just discarding it. Like Terraforming Mars, where you obtain the cards, not necessarily you want to pay the cost, you just discard it so your opponents don't have it. Part of the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised myself. There are, endgame objectives that give you points for each rats uncovered. I'm like, ooh, that's perfect. And I combine it with the endgame objective that has exactly 5 rats uncovered. That's not too bad. That's just some of the endgame objectives. There's one that's, you have to put each separate lonely cats around. You have to, put it put around the edge of the board. So 1 point per, edge of the board or something like that. Yep. There's a lot of options to score points, which I like. Not just, it doesn't punish me too much, basically, for being not too good at polyomino.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does have overall, I think, a pretty interesting decision space and an interesting draft space as well. We've already spoken that. There's also the order in which you're taking cats off the board, because that part of the game goes in turn order as well.
Yeah.
And so, you're looking at option and backup option and making some interesting choices there.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And very interactive as well with the objectives. You see, you score 1 per purple. Somebody play that. I was like, and after that, I was just collecting 10 purples. Yep. I'm very surprised with this game. I can see why people are hyping about this. It's a nice, simple drafting polyomino. If you like polyomino and drafting, that's it. You probably like it. Probably.
It's certainly the next step up from an It's a Wonderful World sort of drafting game. Like, it's not the simplest game, but it's also on the. It's no heavier than medium.
Yeah. Probably if there's no drafting part, I probably would have liked it less. I don't know, because this is just combined with the drafting cat and placement that makes it very interesting.
Yep.
So because this game has been out for a bit, so there's a chance that you have played it. So what do you think? What do you know, compared to other polyomino games? Maybe you enjoy polyomino games, that's why you really enjoy this, or maybe you like card drafting and that's why you like it. Let us know what you think in the comment sections below, and if you find this video useful, please help us by hitting that like button and subscribe to us if you haven't already done so, or you can hit the bell so you get notification. I'm also on Instagram, so hopefully we'll find each other there, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Bye!